Welcome to RochesterFirst.com, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Schneidel. I got a smile on my face, which typically means we might have some snow in the forecast. We do overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. We don't right now. Right now, we're just trying to figure out how cold are we? How cold is it going to be when this precip moves in by morning? 30 degrees in Rochester. I get the feeling we'll end up sliding into the upper 20s in the next hour or two, and then we should start to trickle back upward, close to hovering around freezing again after midnight through tomorrow morning's rush. I don't see any snowstorms here. I don't see really any snow anywhere around here. And in fact, the snow is going to be coming from a system right about here. This is what we call a short wave. So in meteorology, it's not just what you see at the surface, but you start going up in layers, like where the airplanes are flying. We're going up 20, 30,000 feet. These short waves are chunks of air, and if you can see this on water vapor imagery, you would be seeing that spin. So as we get this piece of energy to drop its way southward, that will be the catalyst to get some snow going with a moisture assist from Lake Ontario, which is why you don't see much yet. Once this gets some of that influence from the lakes, you'll start to see radar come alive. 2:30 in the morning, you got a rain-snow mix. Buffalo points off to the northwest from there. Niagara Falls toward Toronto, Canada. Here's how we look by 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and this is kind of the overall flavor of our morning. We're going to get a window here tomorrow, roughly 3, 4, 5 hours of relatively steady wet snow. Could be some raindrops mixing in, particularly along the lakeshore, but right now to me this looks like it should be mostly snow. In a vacuum in and of itself, it's not going to amount to a whole lot. On the high end of things, mainly an inch or two, and it would be slushy. The issue here is more the timing of this, and you see how that batch starts moving south of the thruway by about 10:30. Even if it only snows for 4 hours, the fact that that's going to happen, including that 8 to 9 o'clock critical time frame when you're heading into work and school, that's what's going to present more of an issue. It's not the amount of snow that we're expecting, it's the impact of that snow with regard to the poor timing and you having to drive into work. Rest of the day on Wednesday, just some scattered leftover rain and snow showers, not that big of an issue. Now the timing of this again, I think the snow will start to pick up here as early as 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It will then peak 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock before then sliding back downward. So narrow window of opportunity for some of that steadier snowfall. Accumulation-wise, it's going to be a tough one here because I don't know that temperatures are actually going to be below freezing. We may be about 33, 34 in Rochester, but if it snows hard enough and steady enough, that will still be sufficient to allow the ground to turn white. My question is going to be, does it stay just relegated to grassy surfaces and the rooftops and bridges and overpasses, or does it snow hard enough to overcome that and you start getting a bit of white showing up on the roads? That's where things start getting slippery. That's where things might get slow. And to be honest with you, I think it's about a coin flip's chance with the roads accumulating there. Could we get 1 to 2 inches? Yeah, sure. Again, higher elevations will be the best bet for that, grassy surfaces, but it's 1 to 2 inches. It's Rochester, New York. If this was January or February, this would just be another normal Wednesday around here. This is kind of neat. I did not expect this number to be this big. The start of Hanukkah is the evening of Thursday, so Hanukkah begins this week. I thought this would be a lower number. 74% of the time over the last 50 years, there is snow in some way, shape, or form in Rochester, whether it's falling or snow on the ground. 3 out of every 4 Hanukkahs. In Christmas, and I expected this one because it's at the end of December, that number goes to 82%. 4 out of every 5 Christmases, we either get a trace of snow to fall on the 25th, or there's at least a trace or a dusting of snow on the ground. Some combination of those two, often both. Going into our weekend, next storm system targets the area. Another low tracking in our general vicinity, but again, this one passes to our west. That is a warm track. For you snow lovers, you don't want the center of these lows going here. You want them more here. That's the sweet spot track to get snow here in Rochester. It has not been the track of most of the action up to this point this fall. That's why we think it is rain. Into the weekend, highs on Saturday and Sunday getting to about 50.